Good morning, Trojans, and welcome back to the Morning Brew. My name is Taylor Contarino.
And I'm Nadine Lampy. So, Taylor, Halloween is this weekend.
So exciting. I can't wait to show the world my Cheetah Girls costume.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to be dressing up as Daphne from Scooby-Doo, so I'm pretty excited to show that off as well. Do you have any fun plans?
I'm going to go to San Diego, and then I'm pretty much just going to figure it out from there, but I'm excited.
Wow,
yeah.
All right. Do you think we should get into some news?
Let's do it.
All right. Rishi Sunak will become the next Prime Minister of the UK following the resignation of Liz Truss. Considered a centrist and pragmatic politician, he emerged in the latest leadership contest as a safe pair of hands to guide the UK after Liz Truss's policy proposals around tax cuts and spending shook the government's credibility and spooked markets. Sunak will be the first British Asian to become Prime Minister and the first person of color to take the job. At 42, he'll also be the youngest Prime Minister in more than 200 years.
Wow. And following a vote on fracking in the UK, Lloyds Banking Group pledged that they are going to actually stop funding what would be the new fossil fuel projects. This is going to be the first UK bank to do so, hopefully opening the door for other banks to follow suit. Environmental charities approve of the move by Lloyds Banking Group, but they still want the bank to push further against the fossil fuel industry. Sounds like a good move to me.
I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of talk about fracking over the past few years, so I feel like any moves towards kind of putting some of that away is probably a good thing.
Yeah, definitely getting behind that.
And on Tuesday, President Joe Biden pardoned all people convicted federally for marijuana possession and pushed for all governments to do the same for convictions at the state and federal level. Biden's pardon has amounted to the biggest action that the White House has taken on U.S. drug policy. Currently, marijuana is considered a Schedule I drug, along with heroin and LSD, but Biden hopes to reclassify marijuana to Schedule II.
And tenants and owners residing in District 13 of Los Angeles will be able to apply for tenant relief starting this Monday. The registration process begins this Monday, October 24th, and it ends on November 4th at 11:59 p.m. And the aid comes from a $3 million fund approved in early October by the Los Angeles City Council. Based on eligibility requirements, a family of two earning up to $76,250 or a family of four earning up to $95,300 would qualify for this program.
And there has been a disturbing rise in the number of anti-Semitic hate crimes in Los Angeles. Banners hanging on the 405 freeway in West LA this Saturday is speculated to be triggered by the recent tweets by rapper Kanye West. Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gaskin released a statement supporting the Jewish community and condemning this disgusting behavior.
Yeah, and it has officially been 5 months since USC has instituted its new sustainability guidelines around campus, with hopes of completely becoming carbon neutral by the year of 2025. One of the new additions to USC's campus includes a partnership with the LA Department of Water and Power to slash a quarter of the university's energy usage, switching to solar power. And it's really great to see USC responding to their students' desire for a cleaner and greener campus.
Absolutely. I remember, freshman year when I was living in the dorms, they would have these big screens up that showed like each dorm's energy consumption, and it was just crazy to see how much energy was being used up just by the students living there.
Especially on a huge campus like this, so I definitely think this is a push in the right direction.
Absolutely. And this week concludes the month of celebrations for LGBT History Month at USC. After 2 long years of celebrating LGBT History Month over Zoom, we were finally able to spread awareness in person with a slew of festivals and workshops for students to learn about the LGBTQIA community. From drag bingo to learning about AIDS and HIV awareness, students embraced the full potential of these in-person events.
And this past week, USC conducted its inaugural Sex Week, a collection of events designed to foster a culture of healthy relationships, sexual education, and identify exploration. Some of the events included anonymous Q&As with sex experts or sexperts, a workshop for the creation of adult-themed pottery, and sex-positive hangouts in the Sexploration tent, which was erected in McCarthy Quad.
Well, I hope that the event met your expectations.
I'm sure it did, and I think it is really amazing to watch these events go from being on Zoom and now they're being in person, which I think is awesome for everyone involved in the community.
Absolutely. I know last week I kept seeing all of these, for LGBT History Month, I kept seeing all of these events going on around campus. It was really just cool to see everyone having a good time and like learning and exploring and just getting together to celebrate. It was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of things on USC campus, What goes on in Parkside anyway? And what are they hiding in that far corner of campus? This week, we shed a little light on the mysteries of the dark side in this episode of Storm the Dorm.
And do you have a fun fact or special?
I can turn my feet all the way around.
Can we have a demonstration? Oh my gosh, wait!
Hi, my name's Daisy. I'm right outside of Parkside Apartments, so we're super excited to do another episode of Storm the Dorm, so we'll see you inside.
Hey guys, we're here with my friend
Katie, I'm a freshman, and my major is writing for screen and television.
Can you walk us through, what's on your desk space?
This is my favorite thing. These aren't my parents. They're my best friend's parents, and on prom we took a picture together, and I was like, I want that in my dorm.
I'm sorry. The gnomes.
They're my good luck gnomes. I collect gnomes, and my parents are like, don't bring them to college, you won't make friends. The 3 seniors is Nat, Haley, and Rachel, and one of them's broken, so it didn't get named.
And I have to ask, because that is a beautiful work of art. Did you make this?
I was in the COVID hotel, and I brought Crayola markers.
Okay, and this is beautiful. This collection of bands?
Yes.
Those are a lot of bands. Are they all different bands, or are some of them overlapping?
Some of them overlap.
Okay.
I printed a lot of pictures from this Amazon thing, and I picked out the ones I liked. So I like Eric Clapton, U2, Zeppelin. I love David Bowie.
That's the Beatles, right?
They're my yes. That's Sgt. Pepper's. Obviously, the Beatles are my favorite band of all.
And can we meet this lovely looking fella sitting on your bed?
My friend named it. I don't remember what it's named.
Should we make up a name right now?
Sure.
Paula.
Okay, they're all my friends from my hometown. There's so many fun memories. Oh my gosh, this is the cutest little kitchen. I bought peanut cookies not knowing my roommate was allergic to peanuts, so those won't be made.
So what's something that you guys have made here that you're actually really proud of?
I think the coffee cake.
Well, thank you so much for showing us around your place. Do you want to sit down and talk a little bit more about your college experience?
Okay.
All right. What is your favorite thing to do around here?
My favorite part are the communal couches. Me and my friends will just sit on there and talk.
And location-wise, how is access to your classes?
Awful.
It's awful.
Awful. It takes 20 minutes to get anywhere. It's awful.
I like your view. Do you find that when you're working on homework, it's nice to be able to see outside?
This is quite literally the first time I've opened up the window.
So how do you get along with your roommate?
Me and my roommate get along great. We bake something every day. Literally every day.
Hey, well, thank you for talking with us. That was
No problem.
That was super duper fun. Thank you to Katie for showing us around your awesome room, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Storm the Dorm.
So didn't you live in Parkside your freshman year? How was it?
I did. I was part of the dark side. Honestly, I liked it there. I thought Parkside was nice and quiet, and I know people say that's a bad thing, but to me that was great because I got so much sleep living there.
If I was here my freshman year, I think I would have loved to live there too. It seems very peaceful. But in other words, how often do you stop and just admire the money in your wallet before you spend it? Do you even know who's on each bill? So we took to the streets to quiz our Trojans in their currency comprehension. Check it out on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Hi, welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And audience poll, doesn't he look like Jesse Eisenberg? Who's on the $10 bill?
I don't think I even used a $10 bill.
Is it Jefferson?
I don't know.
She's up there.
I'm Canadian.
Oh, I don't know. Can I have multiple choice?
How about you?
Is it an Andrew? Johnson. I don't know. Is it Andrew Jackson?
That's the 20.
Benjamin Franklin?
Abraham Lincoln.
Were they a president?
No.
Oh my God. Roosevelt? I don't know.
Can I have a last name?
No.
Jimmy Carter?
I'm out of idea.
He was chosen for the Constitutional Convention.
No.
I have no idea.
A famous Broadway musical was written about him.
Nope.
Hey, I'm not American.
Is it a Franklin?
He's in a very famous musical.
Hamilton.
Yeah. Book by Rob Chernow.
Nah.
Oh.
You don't.
I have no idea, sorry.
On Broadway, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Book written by Rob Chernow.
Edison.
Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, Hamilton, maybe.
That's the answer. He's in a very famous musical.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they do that because of the musical?
No, that was long before.
Honestly, I wish they did it because of the musical.
Sorry.
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Okay, I still don't know him.
So, Taylor, do you know who's on the $1 bill?
George.
Yeah, you're good friend George.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. I will say personally, I will never forget who's on the 10, thanks to not the musical, but actually the Lonely Island lyric in the song Lazy Sunday, where they say, "You can call me Aaron Burr from the way I'm dropping Hamiltons."
You know, that's one way to think of it, so.
Of course. And coming up next, Michelle Danner joins us to discuss her incredible career as a director, performer, teacher, storyteller, and entrepreneur. Stay tuned after the break.
Public service announcement from the United States government. There may be goblins hiding in your house. If your home security isn't good enough, goblins could get into your house so they can find easy, accessible food. Do you really want goblin ectoplasm all over your beautiful home? What about the new sheets you just got? Better be careful. Studies have shown if you have a goblin infestation in your house, you should round all of them up, put them in a pot, and bake them in the oven at 400 degrees.
Feeling overwhelmed by school? Homework assignments keep piling up? Crippled by existential despair? Caffeine not cutting it? Well, then I have a solution for you. Procrastination.
Wow, so how does it work?
Simply take your work and stop doing it. Play video games. Go on your phone. Endless possibilities.
Boy, howdy, do I feel relaxed. Thanks, procrastination.
And welcome back, everyone. So in the studio with us today is Michelle Danner, the legendary acting teacher and the co-founder of the Edgemar Center for the Arts and the Los Angeles Acting Conservatory. Michelle is also a well-established and a successful feature film director. Her recent film, The Runner, is an action thriller and a coming-of-age story about a troubled teenager forced to undercover to expose a drug kingpin. Let's take a look at the trailer for The Runner.
This morning was a favor. Answering your cry for help. I got you on tape, Aiden Albers. You can either be tried as an adult, or we can wipe the slate clean.
What do you want?
Oh, just, everyone.
You don't look like you're sleeping well. You look worn out.
I've been making them money. You've been watching my back.
Tell me what it is you think I'm doing out there.
I don't know. That's the problem.
Did you work for what's in that bag?
What's it like having so much? I feel like I know you.
This getting out of hand, bro.
I don't like it. I don't like the sound of this. You're scaring me.
You ain't got a spark. You got a bonfire.
Now I'm gonna need to hear you say it, Aiden. Say it. I don't...
Initiate. Go, go, go.
Say it. I'm not gonna mess this up.
So welcome to the show, Michelle. I can't wait to hear all about this. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. So let's just get right into it then. So what was it about the runner that you felt like the story needed to be told?
I saw a news report late at night about teens that were forced to go undercover, were forced to wear wires to capture the big drug lord of that particular town. And sometimes stuff happens, and so I was affected by that story. I was moved. I started to cry. I said, well, who's protecting these kids? And so I wrote a treatment, and I sent it to a friend of mine who wrote the screenplay, Jason Chase Terrell. And and we got it made, which, you know, it's not easy because there's so many screenplays out there, and the ones that, you know, you're able to get done. So we did it right before the lockdown, right before the pandemic. And so then I had time to leisurely edit during that time.
So you guys recorded it before the
We filmed it before. We completed principal photography right before. But it taught me something about picking material. I think that was my fifth feature film at the time. Since then, I've done another one called Miranda's Victim that I'm in post-production right now. But I think that when you pick as a director, when you pick material that you're really connected to, that really stirs you up, is really important.
100%. And I mean, so going off of that, what was it like for you to not only produce The Runner, but you also directed it and acted in it? What was that like?
Well, the acting was a little cameo, and that's fun. I like producing what I direct because it gives you, you know, it really puts you in control of a vision of every aspect of it. And so you pick the canvas, you pick the materials, the paints, the brushes, and you get to decide what goes. Of course, you surround yourself with people that help you, because that's the reason why when you watch a movie and the list of credits at the end of the movie is so long, because there's so many people that go into it making it happen. But I do like the producing part of it,
That's awesome. And, you know, as we all know, you're an incredible acting coach, which is so exciting. So what was it kind of like for you to utilize those acting skills that you have, but behind the scenes as the director and producer?
I never take it for granted that I feel like I do know how to maybe fix a scene or work on some moments, you know, and get the actors to connect to it more. But I do feel that I do know. I mean, when I watch a take and someone is not necessarily, you know, there giving the performance, I'm able to say something usually to an actor so they can, you know, take another stab at it. And be more raw, more real, more authentic in that moment.
Absolutely. And now that you kind of know how to handle both sides of it, being behind the camera and in front of it, I think it kind of makes your actors able to trust you more. So I think that's
well, that's what you just said, something really important. I mean, that's like a huge thing, because every actor, it's scary to go on set. It's scary to act. It takes a lot of courage to be an actor. I know people think it's easy and maybe so many people can do it, but it's actually, it takes a certain amount of real bravery. And so when you come on set, you don't know, you know, sometimes the director is very well known, but there's a sense of insecurity, there's fears that you have to tackle, and trust is a huge part of it. If an actor can come and really trust a director and trust what the process is, and trust who's part of it, who's the team, that really leads an actor, an artist, to give the best of themselves, you know, the best performance that they can give.
And you're helping them get to that best part of themselves. And, you know, I feel like that's another really important thing to talk about, is that you have your own acting studio. So when did you kind of decide to start an acting studio, and what are your goals for that in helping future generations?
Well, the studio, you know, the Michelle Danner Acting Studio, and also a conservatory program called the Los Angeles Acting Conservatory. We're in Culver City. And if you drive, there's 2 murals that we have as you're driving from each side.
Yeah.
You can't spell heart without art, and you can't make art without heart. And that, I think, really cements the philosophy of what the school is about. It's important to give back to students. It's important to give back. I've studied with Stella Adler, with Uta Hagen, with a number of people, and I'm very lucky to have a faculty of incredible teachers that allows me to go and direct stories that I want to tell. And so, it's important to have a place where you can have a well-rounded education when it comes to learning the craft of acting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, on that note, with just one final question, what advice would you give to people hoping to pursue what you do?
Really listen. Have some great conversations with knowledgeable people.
Yeah.
Listen, read a lot, read everything you can get your hands on, and then translate everything into action. And then get involved with great people and projects that you believe in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Michelle, it has been so great talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was amazing.
Thank you.
So this week on Out of the Archives, we're going to take a look into the history of USC's cheerful song girls.
3 cheers for USC. We all know how important school spirit is here at the University of Southern California, but do you know the team of energetic and vivacious dancers at sporting and university events? The USC Song Girls are a spirit and dance team originated in 1968. Prior to this, the Soul Spirit leaders were the Yell Squad, a group that only allowed men. 50 years after its conception, women were allowed on the team, audition pending. Girls soon took over the crew's majority. They were immortalized as the cheery faces of college football, and many traditions stay in place, such as their USC white sweaters, pleated skirts, and red shoes. The squad has been seen in various commercials, films, and magazines.
As of 2020, there had only been 2 coaches of the Song Girls. Former song girl Lori Nelson took over the team, succeeding Lindley Bothwell. She remained volunteer coach until November 2020 amidst a Title IX investigation, which resulted in a change in leadership.
Not to be confused with the USC cheer team, the Song Girls became more than a spirit squad. They emphasized dance choreography, personality, and presence. Captain of 2013 squad Taylor Felix says, "Your teammates become sisters for life, a community of really strong women who can lean on each other." The word magic is often used to describe the feeling of performing as a song girl. The audition process is no easy feat, including personal interviews and dance auditions, and is closed to the public. Finalists must perform an originally choreographed 1-minute solo. The selected team makes about 27 appearances outside USC athletics throughout the year, including philanthropy events, charities, dance clinics, photo shoots, and weddings. The squad performs at football games, men's and women's basketball, and occasionally baseball, volleyball, water polo, lacrosse, and soccer. The team commits to practice 5 days a week and performs around 42 dance performances a year. The Song Girls have impressively serenaded many White House first families, including Betty Ford, Barbara Bush, and Bill Clinton. Over 300 alumni Song Girls pledge, pride without arrogance, confidence without conceit. Fight on!
Okay, being a song girl is definitely a workout, but it seems like it would be a ton of fun. Yeah. And speaking of things that are a ton of fun, this week we are going to be joined by one of our associate producers, Renee Chen, to play a little game of Trick or Trivia.
Yes.
So Renee, what do you have for us?
Hi, hello everyone. Now with the height of the spooky season just around the corner, we want to know what you know about the unknowns. So join us for the game of Trick or Trivia, where we see what our hosts know about Halloween.
Exciting.
So to start off, I'll read just Halloween related trivia questions to you, and you'll just decide which answer is the correct one by holding up the ABCD cards that you guys have. And are you guys ready?
Yeah, totally.
I love Halloween, so I'm excited for this.
Okay. So our first question is, what do people traditionally bob for at Halloween?
Gotta be apples, right?
Honestly.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Have you ever gone bobbing for apples?
I'm not.
Absolutely not.
I feel like it's really hard. Well, also, you got your whole face in the water.
Yeah.
And you got, long hair. That's going to get in it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and And apparently it's a tradition. It started like just like back in like Celtic festival at like Samhain, I think, and it's like it means like it marks like the end of like the harvest season, beginning of the winter season.
Wow.
So I think that's why it started that that tradition. But yeah, it's really interesting actually. Yeah. Okay. And then yeah, second question is like, in what state is it illegal to dress up as a priest or nun?
Between Alabama and California. I mean,
I'm gonna go with A.
I feel like just to be spicy, maybe I don't know, California just to spice it up.
I feel like a lot of people dress up in California,
I feel like
you know?
it would make more sense to be Alabama because they would probably be more like upset about the religious like connotations of it. So
yeah.
But it would be fun if it was California.
Yeah.
Let me see the answer. Yeah, it is Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah. Also because it was passed around like 1965.
Oh, okay.
So like they're saying like, oh, if you actually like dressed up in Alabama, you're like subjected to like $500.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
I'm not trying to pay
weird.
$500.
Yeah. And yeah, third question. Are pumpkins a fruit or a vegetable?
Oh my god. I'm stumped. Wait, I really don't know. I'm literally just gonna guess with this one and say vegetable. I don't know.
I'm going with fruit.
Vegetable? Let's see it. It is fruit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Always
All
the
right.
weird ones that are fruit.
Right.
Like, tomatoes are a fruit, so I was like, pumpkin, we're gonna say that it's a fruit.
I just can't believe that. I still can't understand that.
I know there's like a thing, it's about where the seeds are.
Okay,
Like
got
whether
it.
the seeds are in or out. But
Okay.
technically the pumpkin seeds are inside as well, so that doesn't make sense.
Okay,
so
fine. I don't
know what the actual. I thought it was like inside or outside.
I can't justify it.
I don't know.
I just can't.
Because like
Cool.
according to like the expert like Joe Masambri, like I think in 1940s, like he, like according to his question is like if pumpkins are fruit and anything, yeah. So, but we are now into our last question though.
Okay.
But yeah, so like with like across the U.S., like how many people wear costumes?
Can I go with B?
I'm gonna say, because I'm trying to, like, kids, I think all kids are gonna wear costumes. But
Yeah.
once you get to adults, like, not that many.
Yeah.
I wear
Totally.
a costume because I'm awesome. But.
Exactly. Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
good.
So we were right. That's awesome.
That was pretty good, yeah.
That was really impressive.
I think, pretty good on some Halloween trivia.
Right?
Yeah. All right, and this is all from us today. So thank you so much for joining us on this spooky Tuesday morning. I'm Nadine.
And I am Taylor, and please do not forget to take a sip of that coffee and enjoy the morning boo.
Fight on.